Good Wednesday morning to you. This weather video is driven by 802cars.com, representing 802 Toyota, Twin Cities Subaru, and 802 Honda. They're all located off of Exit 7 on Interstate 89. Looking at the last 7 days of weather, we have cold fronts and systems moving in from the west coast, overtopping a ridge. This heat ridge has been fairly persistent with high temperatures allowed to produce rounds of thunderstorms as jet stream energy works on into it. Oftentimes, some of this jet stream energy comes over the cross and into Vermont, and that's what's happened over the last couple of days with our recent hot weather. And most of the severe thunderstorm activity has been working on timing issues. We have great project weather that's moved into the region following the cold front from last night, so we're looking at good project weather both today into the day on Thursday. This will be followed by a moderately active weather pattern with some potential for utility impacts. Marginally strong gusty south winds will channel through the Champlain Valley northwest corner of Vermont both Friday and again it looks like on Sunday afternoons. These winds will be up close to thresholds. We have heat indices that will be moderately high on Sunday, setting the stage for potentially strong thunderstorms with the next cold front charging into a very juiced up air mass. Tropics may be waking up a little bit early, and there's a couple disturbances of note, but no threats for this period. Here's our trough of lower pressure pulling away and the ridge of higher pressure showing the 500 millibar level heights, and this is building up a surface high, and we're getting some pretty excellent weather here. Most of the weather has a tendency to be pretty much at the ridge line and in points west near a trough. We've had recent snows across parts of the Rockies, and this is that upper level system that's currently located northern parts of North Dakota into southern Manitoba, Saskatchewan. We're going to start out with the GFS ensemble here, and we're showing two really good days today and during the day tomorrow. It looks like late overnight as we get into early Friday morning. That's our next bout of rain showers. Doesn't look like we'll have any thunderstorms associated with that, so that's good news there. And then our main day is probably going to be on Monday with this batch of moisture that's indicated here. So this is the 6 hourly panels of the European model, and we have a beautiful area of higher pressures. You can see no precipitation over Vermont, the northeast United States, and this is lasting well into the day on Thursday, into Thursday night. This is a frontal system that's going to be providing us with rain showers as it moves on through. Let's go back here. Missing one panel here. This is the approach. This arrives Friday morning. That would be 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday. Missing a panel, and then that's kind of dying out. It looks like during the evening hours on Friday. Another system will be dropping in. You can see that just in the vicinity here, but it looks like the system basically stalls out. So just running that one more time. Tries to make it into Vermont and then kind of backs off. And so we're looking at actually better weather over the weekend, but we still have a little bit of a shower threat, kind of a dual frontal systems. And most of the main action associated with this area of low pressure, that's the same system that brought a lot of snow to the Sierra Nevada and Rockies. So that system makes it into our region on Monday. Right now the timing looks like it's going to be Monday morning. That would be good if that were to move on through, because we get into Monday afternoon and you can see these darker reds here, higher precipitation. This is valid about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Running that one more time. And then clears the area, it looks like on Tuesday, but a little secondary threat on Tuesday. Right now it's a little bit too far out to get concerned with and detailed. Because of our higher moistures levels going to be moving in, higher precipitable water, especially on Monday, Sunday and Monday, it looks pretty juicy air mass here as the humidity and heat kind of swings on in. We're looking at about 1.5 to almost 2 inches, so a little heavier precipitation, and you note the northeast United States kind of covered here with higher precipitation amounts just around the corner. Of course, starting out relatively dry for the next couple of days. Weighted high temperatures for the next 5 days, just about average for this time of year, but you know we do have a little bit of warming moving in, and that does creep in 3 days later, and you can see running about 3 degrees above normal. Usually it's a little bit late in the season to see this, but we do have some channeling winds across the Champlain Valley. This is 34, 36, 38 knots. And we're just getting into the sort of nearing thresholds. Some of the NAM products also indicate this. But this would be Friday afternoon, and then it kind of goes away in the evening hours. And then it looks like along about Sunday, another repeat of that with channeling winds. This is valid 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday. You can see just tick marks. This is not an elevation deal. This is more of a south to southwesterly wind component. So a little bit of channeling winds here across the Champlain Valley, especially across Lake Champlain, to be expected both Friday afternoon as well as Sunday afternoon. Heat indices a little bit higher across the portions of the Champlain Valley. This will be in conjunction with those strong winds, so probably the breezy effect will kind of reduce the feeling of the heat, but there could be some electrical spikes associated with that. And the tropics are waking up a little bit early for this time of year. We have one Cape Verde storm. There's 20% chance of cyclone formation in the next 5 days. The one of more concern, I think, because these can take a track and up the coast, is something to watch here. And we get about a 20% chance of a cyclone formation. And for the Northwest Caribbean around the Yucatan Peninsula, this is probably the one to watch. But right now, no threats for the Northeast or Vermont for this period. Back to the GFS ensemble. This is indicative of our warming, 850 millibar level. You can see the temperature above about 15 degrees Celsius. That kind of tells you it's pretty warm aloft. And with that occurring, we're looking at temperatures above 85 degrees. This is centered on Burlington, of course, with this primarily on the on Sunday. And then temperatures take a little bit of a cooling aspect as we get into the early to mid part of next week. That's it from here. Thanks for watching. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights.